Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation. And today we have for you the 2022 Major League Soccer quarter season update. We're going to go through everything that happened at the first quarter of the season. We've already gone through a lot of it, so it'll be, a little bit amended. But before we get to it, we do have some housekeeping, some of that dang old housekeeping to do. We got a couple of emails here. First of all, Duvern has got Canadian citizenship because he believes he's good enough to play for Team Canada, and I definitely agree. Now, we're not the coach of Team Canada currently, but maybe we will in a year or two, who knows. But anyway, Duvern is definitely good enough to play defense or right back for Team Canada, and this could mean, honestly, our entire starting defense could be the starting defense of the national team, if I'm honest with you. So we might have to worry about that come World Cup time, but for now, I guess we're okay. But the big reason that I wanted to stop here and show you these emails is we got some, MLS stuff that we can show you. So first of all, Leonard is eligible to leave the disabled list. I've been watching some MLS saves out there, and I've seen some people confused about what happens when people go on and off the disabled list and how to register and re-register them and stuff like that. So here you go. You get an email saying Leonard is eligible to leave the disabled list. Now, if you remember the medical center from last game, you saw that he was mostly fit. He's coming off a recent injury, but for the most part, he's fit and ready to go. No lingering effects from his injury. But he's got all these status effects right now. He's disabled list, of course, and unregistered. And that's what we're going to take a look at right now. So we're going to remove Leonard from the disabled list. And then you immediately get a second email that says activate your player. Because if you don't activate him, if you don't register him, he goes out the door. So you got to do that. If you take him off the disabled list, you have to register him. So we'll go to team registration. But we got something interesting going on here. We are at the salary cap limit. We got this little exclamation point right here saying, no, you can't, you're all out of money. So what happens if we try to confirm our selection? The total must be less than 4.25 million. So what do? Well, we could leave our man out. We could cut somebody from the roster, right? So if you want to cut somebody from the roster, you have to look at the cap impact. So all these guys with zero cap impact, if you cut them, it won't affect your salary cap because they're already not affecting your salary cap. So sort by cap impact, and you can see all these guys with a lot of money going against the cap. Now, designated players, there's not much you can do about those guys. They're going to affect the cap as they will. But some of these other guys, this is where you can use that general allocation money to buy down their contracts and make it so that they don't affect the cap very much. So I'm going to choose Lopez because I know I'm not going to get rid of Lopez. He's going to be a mainstay on the team for the rest of the season. So I don't want to waste allocation money on somebody who I might trade or might get rid of or whatever. So Lopez isn't going anywhere. So we're going to choose him. So what we're going to do, if I didn't make it clear, is I'm going to use general allocation money to buy down his contract so that I can fit all of our other guys under their salary cap. So here we go. Go to contract info and then a little slider right here. This little slider, salary cap impact. So you see we got 140,000 in allocation money remaining. Got 190,000 against the cap, and we can just sort of buy that down a little bit. Bring him down to 145. That should get us under the cap. We'll confirm that. So $47,000 under the cap is what we're spending. And then we can go back, and there you go. We're down to 4.2 million, so we got an extra $50,000 to spend. But our guy is already registered. Where'd he go? They sort of automatically put him on the list. That's what brought our salary up over the 4.25 million. Who was it again? Oh, it's Leonard. There's Leonard. So Leonard is now registered. We can confirm the selection. I like to, you can say don't show this message again, but I don't recommend clicking that, because in this little pop-up box, if you leave anybody unregistered, it'll put their name here and say, do you really want to unregister this guy or not? So I like to keep this as a reminder to say, ooh, what if I accidentally forget to register a guy? He'll be out of there. So just a little reminder there. But anyway, there you go. That's how you get around pulling guys on and off the disabled list. That's how you use your general allocation money. And again, if you want to know how much general allocation money you have, finances, league specific, there you go. We're down to 95,000 available. So we got lots of targeted money, but we can't use that at the moment. So there you go. I'm going to pause it here and get to the games and all that stuff. So pause. Okay, we're back, and here we are with the table at the first quarter. Now, there's sort of a weird number of games, of course. In MLS, there's 34 games, so it's, sort of, when do you want to choose the first quarter? Is it game 8, game 9, game 7, whatever you really want. So we're going to choose game 8 at the moment, mainly because I want to play game 9 on camera for you guys. It's a rivalry game versus Vancouver. I said I wasn't going to show Vancouver because we're going to play them in the Canadian Championship, but this has turned out to be a pretty important game, so I want to get it on camera. But anyway, here we are, first place. This is where we should be. This is where everybody predicted us to be. First place in the Eastern Conference, 1 spare point over New England. We still have just the 1 loss on the season, 7 wins, a plus 10 goal differential, 21 total points. So we're looking good there, but New England is keeping pace. The rest of the conference, maybe not. So New England's sitting there with only 1 loss as well, but they got 2 draws, which dropped them a point behind us. The rest of the league is, 7 points or more. So we're starting to pull away a little bit. Supporters Shield is still a little tight. It seems to be the same 4 teams at the top: Sporting KC, Minnesota, and Montreal. Now you can tell by the Western Conference here that Minnesota and Sporting KC are obviously at the top of that conference, but we can take a look at them in depth quickly. Vancouver right there, 3rd place. They're also 5th place in the Supporters Shield. So this is a top 5 game we got going on today. But then Houston is right there, Seattle, and then after that it goes down. So it's a little bit of a tighter race in the Western Conference than in the Eastern Conference. We sort of have 2 teams pulling away from the rest of the league. But it's still going to be a very good race for the Supporters Shield. Everybody is just within 2 or 3 points, so we're looking okay. We can look at some team stats here. Look at that. Most goals in the league. 19 goals in 8 games. That's pretty good. It's more than 2 goals per game, so we are definitely scoring at a good clip. Seattle is right up there, as is New England. So we got, a lot of good goal scoring going on this season. Headers, we're 3rd in the league in headers. We got, more of our bigger, taller defenders in there this season, so we're making a few more headers. Possession, obviously, we're nowhere near there in possession, but look who is. Vancouver, our opponent for today, is number 1 in possession. We've got the best tackling percentage. Obviously, we're starting to have all of those academy prospects and our super draft players get in there, and for whatever reason, we're a tackling factory here in Montreal, so it's starting to show on the field. We were pretty good in tackling last season too, so it should be no surprise. Least concessions, this is concerning. We're not on this list. We've let in a few too many goals this year, but our offense is performing so well, as you saw, that right now we're able to hide that fact a little bit. Shutouts, though, still 7th in the league in shutouts. Just those 3 shutouts. We haven't had any more since then, unfortunately. But like I said, our offense is so good that right now our defense can afford to slip a little bit, but maybe by the end of the season we'll have that sorted out. Most fouls not on the list. Houston Dynamo, number 1. Already 165 fouls in 9 matches. 8 yellow cards, which is pretty good compared to Sporting KC with 16 yellow cards already on the young season. Notice we are not on that list, so that's good. Passes completed. Vancouver, again, the best possession, best passing. We're not on that list, unsurprisingly. Crosses, 3rd in the league in crosses, though. So our wingers are starting to send the ball in a little bit better. That's good. And then hitting the target, 5th place. That's about where we were last season. I prefer to be a little higher on that list. Vancouver is right there, 1 percentage point higher than us. But, yeah, I'd love to be closer to the 50% mark, but maybe we'll get there by the end of the season. I don't know. We got too many midfielders who like to shoot the ball from long distance. You know, we play that segundo role. The segundo, that is one of their roles is to shoot the ball from distance. So there's not a lot we can do about that. But it does hurt our percentage a little bit. But as long as we're scoring goals, I guess it doesn't matter. Nothing else really interesting has happened. You saw at the beginning of the season, or the beginning of the episode, we had that little roster mix about that we did. We did just have a player out on loan get injured for a long term, and I struggled whether or not to bring him back or not. But since his parent team was paying a little bit of money per year to have him on loan, we decided to keep him out on loan. A lot of times when a player gets severely injured, I bring him back so that our medical center can work on him, and as opposed to he's in Colombia or wherever he is. You know, he's far away from home and he's in some weird medical situation. But anyway, we're not going to bring him back. So let's take a look at the schedule. That's really what's been most important. And of course, we're looking very good. You saw our 5-1 destruction of Atlanta United. Well, then we came back last game against DC United, our first home game in front of the new stands. And it was a crazy game, an exciting game. Tomas Bagado scored a couple of goals against us. Carlos Rivas scored one in the 67th minute. To make it interesting, Duverne scored early. Valenzuela, our rookie, number 1 draft pick, Petrasso scored. Boyce finally scored a goal. And Sanadabo scores the final goal. Let's take a look at those because it was such an interesting game. Look at all the backups we had in. We had so many backups in. Duverne and Bosic in central defense. Dabo was in. Valenzuela, Boyce. So we had a heavily rotated squad because, again, it's still early season and we're still playing 2 or 3 games a week. And I decided to just fully rotate the squad and see what happened. And what happened was pretty good. So here's off of a set piece. Valenzuela sends it in to Dabo, to Duverne, who's completely unchecked. I mean, why would you check a central defender? I don't know. But he just finished it very calmly. So that was our first goal. And then here is, of course, Mane down the sideline doing what he does. Sends the cross in, mishandled by McMath. And Valenzuela, Johnny on the spot, puts it past him. So that was just sort of luck of the draw. Then here's Acosta for DC United. 41 minutes. They're going to get one back. Rivas out wide. Sends it in. Bagado beats Bosic to the ball and then beats Thiago to the rebound. So that was just a tremendous individual effort by Bagado. And here he is again setting up the play. Gets the steal to Luidi. Luidi to Blanco. Blanco, great pass forward to Bagado. And he ties it up 60 minutes in to the match. So this is second half now. And here's Blanco again for DC United. He's going to make another play to Bagado. Out wide to Rivas. Rivas sneaks one past Thiago. And at this point, I make a change. We change from the 4-2-4, and we go to the Z formation. Shom sends one in. Petrasso, watch this. Look at that. Perfect shot. Upper right-hand corner. Evens the game at 3 apiece. And then here's Petrasso again, getting one forward to Agor. Great pass to Boyce, and then Boyce using that finishing. Another wonderful shot, upper left-hand corner. He goes to celebrate with the away fans. Not sure why he did that. A little confused. But anyway, here's Boyce again, getting it forward to Shom. Shamit Shom in the game to Dabo. And watch this finish. Look at that. Just a sneaky little finish from the diminutive midfielder wearing number 42. Again, he goes to celebrate with the away fans as well. But there we go. Lots of goals in the last 2 games. 10 goals in the last 2 games. Our offense is out of sight. Only 15,000 fans. Not excited about that. DC United didn't really get the fans hopping. You know, broke ground on the new stands, and that's not what you want. So we don't have another home game until New York. New York usually brings in the fans. They're sort of a traditional regional type rival. So maybe we'll have some much better stands then. But for now, we're going to play our continental country rival here, Vancouver, all the way on the other side in the old Great Pacific Northwest. We're going to go with formation number 2. We're going to stick with it for a while. But if we need to switch to the Z formation, we will. Shamit Shom came in and wanted more playing time, and we couldn't really give it to him, although I did put him on the bench and brought him in the second half of that game versus DC, and he played well. He had that key pass for the goal, so I mean, he's still a useful player. It's just you know, we're so crowded right now, and we're only playing with 2 midfielders, so he is sort of squeezed out of the procession at the moment. But here we are, Vancouver, 6-4 favorites. Very even series since we've been playing these guys. We got 3 wins, they got 3 wins, 2 draws. So this is sort of a tiebreaker situation, I guess. But anyway, let's get on to the game. Got a little bit of an issue with our... this is the team that we played in the last game. I forgot to reset it. But I have my formation saved this time, so there we go. Go to the 4-2-4. Bring the starters all back in. We do have to take Mane off the bench. But that's easily rectified by putting Petrasso. What? No. What is this? Why is Mane down there? We need... There we go. That's more like it. All right. There's Petrasso. Okay, let's see if we can make the move now. There it is. That makes sense. Okay, so yeah, let's go. Submit that team. We're ready to go. We got our starters back in. Played a fully rotated side just about in the last game, so that was a pretty easy substitution. Let's take a look at Vancouver. Marinovic in goal. Rojas, Henry, Watson, and Lucas on the back line. Tibert and Williams in the midfield. Reyna as the advanced playmaker. Tayson, O'Dowda, their leading assist man currently, and Marias, their top goal scorer. 3 assists in 8 appearances, 10 appearances total for Callum O'Dowda. Okay. Anyway, our lineup is basically the starting lineup. Thiago, Desovic, Vallo, Jaguar, Chevalier at defense. Andre and Lopez in the midfield. Alberto, D'Alessandro on the wings. Boyce, I didn't want to start Boyce. I want to start Johnson. Anyway, Boyce is in. He tricked us. He wrote his name on the schedule. Got in there. Anyway, Kyle Larin up top, our leading goal scorer now, has taken over for D'Alessandro for leading goal scorer. He's got 5 goals on the season, 5 appearances. So that's pretty good. 7.84 rating. We got Montero, Delgado, Basic, Agor, Petrasso, Valenzuela, and Johnson on the bench. All right, let's go. Get to the pep talk. Good man. Opposition instructions. Marias, we definitely got to close down on him. Tayson is a little bit injured, but we're still going to watch him. O'Dowda. We have to watch all of these advanced players. Yordi Reyna, very good playmaker in the middle. He's difficult to stop. Looks like number 12 here is coming forward. Rojas, working on some red cards. Both him and Reyna have some red cards to worry about. Lucas Taylor, 27-year-old Brazilian. 7 jumping reach. See if we can take advantage of that guy. But anyway, let's go. get to the tunnel. Jeremy Lanny from the Montreal Soccer Post approaches you in the tunnel. It's Derby Day. How do you look forward to taking on your rivals? I send my assistant coach to do that. Okay. Not a great crowd here in Vancouver. Not great at all. I mean, it's okay. But they've got a fairly big stadium. I think they play at Olympic Stadium. Maybe they got a new stadium. But it is pretty large, whichever one they're playing at. You know, over 26,000 at least. So, you know, it's probably good numbers, but it just looks a little disappointing on film here. So, yeah, 32% possession. We got to do better than that. Here's Lopez lining up for a free kick. No. Sends it into the crowd. Where's the away section? I haven't seen our away supporters section yet. You'd think it'd be pretty filled. Watson already with a yellow card for Vancouver. Traditionally, in this game, Vancouver gets a lot of fouls. Like, I remember one season playing in MLS, Vancouver had like some ridiculous number of fouls, like 1,200 fouls or something. It was just out of sight. So this, you know, they're very aggressive here. So we'll see if they can get through this game without getting some red cards. O'Dowda gets it out wide to Taylor, sends it in, can't get past Chevalier. Not a great header. He actually headed it on right to O'Dowda. Here's Vancouver starting to put some pressure. Williams, they're getting forward. I mean, they've moved their whole team forward to midfield here. Nobody's standing too far back. Alberto nearly gets the steal. I think if we can get the steal and send it forward, we got some counterattack opportunities here. They got a fullback wide open out wide. They send it into Marias. He can't get past Chevalier. Nobody can get past Chevalier. T-Bert, though, settles it down. Sneaks it past. He had so much time to sit there and just line up his shot. Thiago was not able to react. I don't know who was supposed to be closing down on him. Chevalier did his job on the back line, but then number 7, is that Lopez, didn't quite close down. Anyway, we know we can score goals, so, you know, getting down by a goal or something like that is not that big a deal. We just got to stick with it. Here's Tayson on the back side. This is no good. It's going to be one of those games. There's the away section. They didn't sell us many tickets, I think, is the problem. Look at that. We could have so many more fans back there. Anyway, I mean, we brought more fans than that to Iceland. But anyway. Tayson just, yeah, that did not look good at all. That was just too easy. Do we have Thiago in goal? We do have Thiago in goal. This doesn't look like him. All right, here we go. Let's get one back. Nope, turnover. Midfield. Marias to Reyna. Vancouver smelling blood. There's Tayson again. Are we not marking him? What's happening? We are definitely marking him like nobody's business. Might have to switch formations at halftime. I don't know about this. Reyna to Tayson again. We're starting to surround him now. There's a good tackle from Andre O'Dowda, though. Boy, they are swarming right now. I don't like how this is looking. 30% possession for us. That's a bit much. I mean, that's a bit too little. Desovic to Jaguar. Kind of keeping us trapped in our own end here. Alright, let's do the reverse of what we probably should do. Just pass it into space. Bomb it forward. Go route 1. I almost never go route 1 in MLS because there's just no point. But they're crowding so much forward. They're just coming forward so much. I feel that if we just bomb it over the top, we can let our strikers go get it. No doubt it to Marias. There's Valo. He pumps one forward. There's Boyce. Boyce is finally going to get to it. See what he can do. There's Alberto. Can he pump it forward to Kyle Aaron? Going to use that left foot to send it in, and there it... Oh, wow. Marinovic stopped that. I thought that was for sure a goal. I was about to call that one before it even happened. That was a great stop by Marinovic. Taysan is injured. 7.2 rating and a goal. He's already done his damage. Starting to get some highlights, though. Valo. D'Alessandro turns it over, but Lopez recovers. Risky pass, but he gets it wide to Alberto. Gets on that left foot to Boyce. Boyce takes an interesting shot. What's his long shooting at? 7. Not so good, so we probably don't want him doing that. Here's Andre taking the corner kick. Watson pumps it downfield for Vancouver to the injured Taysan. Stolen, of course, by Valo. Andre gets it forward to Boyce. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You've got first touch, right? Yeah, 16. You got to be doing better than that. All right, so let's dial back the route 1 a little bit. Intercepted. Marias has it, but it's deflected. Good defense again by Chevalier to get in the way of that. And Thiago gathers it in, boots it downfield. Kyle Aaron wins the header out to D'Alessandro. He fights off one man, gets it forward. Kyle Aaron's going to be looking, drops it back to Lopez. Great pass to Boyce. Is he onside? No, he is not. That was a great pass by Lopez, though. Ugh, look at those ratings. Not so good. 6.4s. Jaguar, an errant pass there. T-Bert gathers it in for Vancouver. Passes it right back down the throat. Another great tackle by Chevalier. Chevalier's putting in some work today. We don't have him playing up as a stopper. That could be what's improving his game at the moment. Jaguar to Taysan. Marias beats Jaguar. Can't beat Thiago, though. AT&T sends us a text. Bill is ready to be paid. All right, AT&T, you'll get your money right after this video. Reyna to Williams. Long shot. Thiago is there. So you can see how, even though we're letting in a lot of goals this season, how Thiago is still, I think, playing very well. He's making some very nice stops. It's just 12 shots, 7 on target. Ain't so good. Something's got to change. Look at the analysis here. Taylor. Okay. Tactics. Not playing well at all. We got to change it up. We're going to go Z formation. Going to take Boyce out. I mean, you've seen us make this change before. Lopez in. Agor, deep line playmaker. We could bring in Shamit Shom instead. But I think this works best. So we're going to change up our instructions a little bit. We're going to go higher. We're going to go a little bit more aggressive. Retain possession? No. No, we're not going to retain possession. Let's go. Dressing room. Let's get assertive here. Maybe aggressive. Assertive looked like it had more choices. No, let's aggressively show me something else. There we go. We're fired up. Let's get fired up, boys. All right, let's see. We are not in the whites. We are in the blues, of course. in case that wasn't clear. There we go. There's a good tackle by Valo. Gets it for Kyle Aaron. He's on the run. Does he have any help with him? He does not. He sends it across. You know, I guess it would have been nice to have a target man strike partner there, but you know, we've changed formation, so you gotta dial it back a little bit there, Kyle. Dial it back, Kyle. Should have held that up and waited for some support, but we'll see. Mariah sends one in, headed out by Valo. Lopez is gonna get underneath it, start the attack. D'Alessandro, what are you doing? I don't know. He fell back behind Lopez. He's gonna let Lopez take it. Past one man. Interesting centering pass to Andre. Andre, oh, come on, buddy. Come on, pals. What's happening here? Let's concentrate. That was like a... Desovic takes an injury. The 51st minute. So we're going to have to bring in Bosic at left fullback. That's no problem. He can play out there just fine. He's a little bit tired from last game, but not really. 95% condition. He's improving, getting better. He's getting some playing time this season. Still only 21 years old. His marking is up to 12 these days. 11 tackling. You know, still has those physicals. Only 9 pace, but, you know, teamwork, work rate, bravery. He's a good young player. Got to start getting him some more playing time. Jaguar bombs it forward. Kyle Aaron, is he onside? Look to be. There we go. We get one back. He's going to grab the ball and race. The goalkeeper is protesting, but the linesman is looking at his watch. So here we go. This is a great interception at midfield. Look at Jaguar coming way up, playing safety man. Just bombs it ahead to Kyle Aaron. Great pass by the central defender. The vision to look up and see the striker. Here is Vancouver again on the attack. Sends one in. Can't get past Jaguar. Lopez can't win the header. T-Bert sends in a shot. Thiago secures it easily. And now we got a game. We're back in it. 64 minutes and counting. Bosic to Andre. Andre's not playing so hot back there. I'd like to see what his rating is. He's made a few bad passes. Shea has it out wide for Vancouver now, trying to get by Valo. He gets enough space to send one in, but again, sort of an impotent cross. Thiago snatches it out of the air. Highlight continues as Thiago bombs it downfield. No target man to send it to. O'Dowda wins it for Vancouver, sends it forward for Moraes. He's in a foot race, wins past one defender, past two, but again, another dodgy cross. And again, the highlight still continues. This is a mega highlight. How many times down, up and down the field are we going to go? Kyle Aaron wins the header, this time to Agor. Agor out wide, near side to Alberto. Alberto looking to go around his men. He takes it out wide, sends one in, across to Kyle Aaron. The header! Yes! Ties it up. Working things out here with the Z formation. Kyle Aaron knows which corner to go to. He knows which fans to celebrate with. He's been on this team long enough. Alberto. It's just a nice little cross, and Kyle Aaron just clears space, clears out the defenders, and then heads it in. He's got that versatility. 15 finishing, 13 heading, 15 jumping reach. Bosic with a good steal at midfield, getting aggressive, drops it off to Lopez. Agor, can he make a play? Gets it ahead to Kyle Aaron. Kyle Aaron all by himself in the middle of the defense. Has to drop it back to Agor. Lopez, I thought they were going to get it to D'Alessandro out wide, but no. Yep, there it is. Now he does. Back to Agor. Lopez ranging forward. He has it now. Good pass to Alberto with the left foot. Sort of a tough angled shot there. He didn't quite have his body turned around. Vancouver's looking very tired. They've already made 2 substitutes. Yordi Reyna at 59%. Rojas at 62%. Meanwhile, we're fresh as daisies. Valo not having a particularly good game. We got some guys looking nervous. let's tell him to calm down. Didn't really help with the nervousness. Andre Aguirre and D'Alessandro. I think I actually want to send D'Alessandro on attack to get a couple of more guys involved in the offense. Look at D'Alessandro. 31 years old, still improving, still feeling good. As long as he's getting playing time, he's feeling good. So let's send him on the attack, see what he can do. Use some of that speed. Veteran savvy. He was our leading goal scorer not too long ago, so we know he can score. It's a turnover. Marias, oh, he trips Chevalier, but no call. He centers it. Sort of a cluster in the middle there where defense recovers, at least for the moment. Williams has it. Reyna, Montgomery, out wide to Taylor. We're supposed to be marking Taylor. Oh my gosh. They just had a blitz of players forward, but Shea was offside. Get out of here. Oh, look who's playing for Vancouver these days. Jack McInerney, the old Atlanta United player who was giving us problems. He's in the game now at right winger. We're going to close down on him. Taylor as well. He's been coming forward. So Vancouver is not messing around. They are coming forward for sure. Trying to get that. Maybe we should go into counterattack. But I don't know. Keep it standard for now. Thiago, 87 minutes down. D'Alessandro wins the header. Gets it back. Gets it forward to Kyle Aaron. Drops it to Andre. Andre looking out wide to Alberto. Heads it on. Parker. Ooh, that was risky. He nodded it back to the goalkeeper, but Kyle Aaron was lurking. That could have been disastrous for Vancouver. Let's see what they're up to. They're trying to get it long. Shea gets it forward to Reyna as they start their attack. Aguirre just missed the tackle. He's a better tackler than that. He should be able to win those. Well, that is Reyna, though. He's a good player. Shea. Now that we're marking Shea a little tightly, he might not be getting so free. Their fullback is ranging forward out wide. Marias chips it ahead to Taylor. Taylor's being marked now as well. He sends it in. Shea offside again. Offside again. Shea. No. So that was a bit of a lucky goal here. Lucas Taylor gets it. Just sort of a, I don't know, an average shot that catches Thiago offline. And Shea just hanging out on the backside. Catches the rebound, puts it in. Sort of a disheartening loss if it goes this way. It's 6 minutes. 6 minutes of added time. All right, we got time to do something here. Take a look at our tactics team instructions. Let's go attacking. Let's go all the way. Yeah. Let's just do that. All right, confirm changes. Let's go. Oops, let's hit play and then go. Minute down, 2 minutes down. Just about halfway to the stoppage time. Look at their team is just dying out there. But they got their third goal. Can we get one back? Can we tie it up? I don't think we need to sub anybody in or out. Valo sitting on a 5.8 rating. Not so good. We don't even have Duverne on the bench, so I guess I need to tweak my little automatic lineup a little bit. Here's Alberto. 94 minutes, he can't get it. Oh, that would have been a great goal right there. 1 minute of stoppage time. Possibly the last highlight that we're looking at right here. Reyna to McInerney. Right around Bosic. Just got acres of space out there. Marias. Header was just off. Otherwise, that was another sure goal. 30 seconds to go. Not looking positive here. Thiago's going to bomb one downfield. Valo, can he redeem himself with a 5.1 rating? D'Alessandro, 10 seconds to go. Kyle Larin gets it out wide. Yeah, miscommunication there. So there we go. Not a great away game. We gave up too many goals. Our defense played pretty poorly. But such is our struggle this season. Now, we do have some reinforcements coming in mid-season. But we're going to have to struggle through defensively. I thought we would have a much more solid defense this season because we have everybody back. Everybody was playing better, but just for whatever reason, we're still giving up more goals. I don't know. I mean, when we score 5, it doesn't really matter that we give up 3. But if we score 2, you know, mathematics works out in the other team's favor. So, Dasovic injured. Ouch. Knee ligament, 6 to 7 weeks. Yeah. So I guess it's good we have some extra fullbacks on the roster now. Going to place Dasovic on the disabled list. Estevez looking at Alberto. I told you, the scouts are circling Alberto, so it won't be too long before somebody comes in for Alberto. But that's for later. That's for next time. So for now, let's see. What are we going to do? Schedule. Maybe we'll come back for the New York game. Show you the new home stands and whatnot. Hopefully we get a better crowd than 15,000. But yeah. All right. So we'll come back a couple of games. See how we're progressing. And yeah. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.